We can talk about the stuff that has been scrapped. I don't know if that would cause any problems.
Yeah, I think I think I would wait for everything. But
I mean, we have a
hello.
lot of other stuff to talk about here.
Hey.
Hello there.
Don't. I just had a long day before this. Don't. I had a
Not a
long day
problem.
before this. Don't worry about it. Anyways,
Ash.
anyways, welcome to the Paradox Podcast, everybody. We've been gone for a minute. It's all Morgan's fault.
Yes, I did
Yeah,
things on time, and I
It
did
was in fact
everything
Morgan's
for
fault.
you all. You're welcome.
Morgan, you
Yeah.
have not done a single. Wait, whoa. Tell me, I've done everything. I haven't seen you post on the Twitter account. You've made no logins to the Instagram or TikTok account. I didn't see you be like, Abdul, I'll make some
I don't-
clips. You
Okay,
making
I
all the
don't have a
clips,
phone.
editing the podcast.
I don't have a
You
phone.
doing literally everything. Yeah, Abdul. You know what? I did everything. I couldn't even be bothered to make a link tree. Okay, yeah, let's relax there.
The fuck's a link tree?
It's the thing that I'm gonna put in the description of this video, so I don't have to link like 5 different things.
Okay.
Anyways, welcome to the Paradox Podcast, everybody. This is the 1 week, 4 days removed because I'm uploading this hopefully tomorrow. Not even tomorrow, Wednesday. It's literally gonna come out right before Z-A comes out. So yeah, welcome to the Paradox Podcast. Today we're here to talk about basically everything that has happened from the month of August to the month of October, right before the release of the newest mainline series Pokemon game, Pokemon Legends Z-A. And with me, I have my 3 co-hosts, my 3 side characters, my 3 sidekicks. I have Morgan, I have Jem, and I have Sam. You guys want to say hi?
Hey.
Hello, everyone. My name's Sam.
This is
Nice to meet you.
Hello.
Jem, you just
Yay, we back on his old
Yeah,
intro.
we're so
Yay.
happy here to talk about
We
VA.
have to talk about
Jem,
it.
you just too cool to say hi. You can't say hi to the viewers. You can't say hi. Not a simple hello, a hi. I saw you.
Hello.
That was the first
Hello.
time I said hi.
He
You
did
did not
say
hear me?
something like that.
Did anyone else hear that? Did anyone else hear that? I
Hello, I
didn't hear
guess.
nothing. Yeah, it's like Jem. I don't know what to tell you guys. I don't know what to tell you guys.
I'm gonna have to figure it out.
Salutations.
Anyways, with Pokemon Legends Z-A coming out literally this week, the week we're uploading this, we thought it's time to share our thoughts right before the game comes out, along with just like a bunch of other hosts of topics that's just been happening, as this has been like the last couple of months have been absolutely insane. So, should I go first, or does anyone else want to take the reins
No, you're gonna go
on
first.
this Z-A
Fine by
discussion,
me.
or I can go first? Okay. I think Pokemon Legends Z-A is looking to be a very exciting Pokemon game from everything we've seen. I've liked everything we've seen so far. We're not gonna talk about leaks. If you want to hear about leaks, go to the Hidden Power podcast. That's all of those guys. We're not gonna talk about leaks just to avoid spoilers. But for Legends Z-A, I'm very excited about the game. I'm very optimistic, even if like I've been like kind of cautiously optimistic about it, where I've like levied some criticisms. I do think that the game will be fun to play, like every Pokemon game is. That being said, I have to be honest with all the new megas that we've gotten. We haven't talked about the biggest elephant in the rooms. We got 5 new megas in September. So I'm curious on what's everyone's thoughts on the 5 new megas, the Kalos starters and the 2 Raichu megas that we got. As it seemed to be, at least the Raichu megas seem to be very divisive among the community. So I wanted to ask y'all's opinions on that.
I mean,
Let me see. What were the
We
5
had,
megas?
It was Mega
So,
Chestnut, Mega Mega Delphox, Mega Greninja, Mega Raichu X, and Mega Raichu Y.
Oh, those. Do we want to talk about one of the elephants in the room first, or do
Well,
that
what's the
after?
elephant in the room? Is the elephant in the room something that's been revealed, or
Online and DLC?
the DLC? Well, I feel like that could just
DLC and them being online prizes.
yeah, that is one of the like
'Cause-
caveats about it. So, what's y'all's opinions on that? Y'all like it? Do y'all dislike it like a normal person? What's y'all's
I would
opinions on
dislike
that?
it like a normal person.
not gonna lie, it's kind of cute.
I think for the Raichus, I don't care. It might be something to do with the production line, with how ZA is and how they had to do DLC announcements. But for the starters and that, I I get wanting to have like a good reward for online play to, but also why does it gotta be the starters
You have to
megas,
publicize it
man?
somehow.
Why does it gotta be the Kalos
I feel like
starters?
I think
We
for
have
me,
to
it's
wait.
like one
I
of
see
those
your
things which I can like. I can see why they did it. It's legal. Like, okay, it's the status of the megas. That is going to be the one thing that gets people to be actually doing these things. They actually make an effort and play the game on the what is it called again? Multiplayer. Yeah. So that's why they're doing it. But it makes sense from a business angle. But personally, I just hate it like a normal person. It's like one
Mhm.
of those things that yes, I can understand why a huge corporation would do, but it's also a very dickish thing to do.
As for me, it's one of those things where I was gonna have Chespin on my team regardless. So I just wanted to use a Chespin this go around. But I think it is kind of just like I feel like this should have been like it should have just been a different starter trio. I feel like it should have been the Hoenn starters that were the prize instead of the Carlos starters, like what Morgan
That would
said,
work.
because the Carlos starters are some new megas.
That would be
That's what I'm saying.
nice. That would
That's what
be
I'm saying.
nice, honestly. Yeah.
Yeah, like the Carlos starters are like starters that people wanted megas for a long time, especially the other two Carlos starters being Delphox and Chestnut not getting like because Ash like Greninja fans had Ash Greninja and that was kind of a mega evolution, and now that just kind of doesn't exist anymore, and now with the new mega, we're like they're 100% sure it does not exist. Like if you ask
Yeah. We had to rework Mega Astro Ninja into something
like if you
else.
ask Shigeru Omori, what you like Ash Greninja, you like Ash Greninja. I've never heard of an Ash Greninja in my
I
life.
went out of the way not to get
No
his
front,
name
never heard of Ash
spelled.
Greninja day in my life. So it's like
Journeys was the beginning, y'all.
so it's just kind of interesting. With the two Raichu Megas being DLC, I think it's kind of weird that the DLC was announced before we even got the game. But like at this point in time, it's just kind of how
I feel like
Pokemon rolls, and that's just like a common business decision that so many games do. Where it's like, oh, you'll get like we already announced a DLC, like how some shows will be like, there's already a season 2 in the works when season 1 is not even started airing yet. So it's like that's just kind of par for the course. With
yeah.
I'm glad the game is
I
get
but I sorry.
all I'll
So
say,
no, you
all I'll
can
say is I'm
continue.
glad the game is getting DLC because one of I think the biggest things with PLA is that I think PLA and this is gonna be my hot take for the video. I always have a hot take every podcast, but my hot take for this podcast, I think
Wow.
Pokemon Legends Arceus is the game with the
Does it
worst
though?
replayability. I think it has the worst replayability because like it's such a hard game to kind of just it's such a
Yeah.
hard game to kind of just
Figure that
start
makes
a
sense.
new file for because of like how you progress in that game. And it's like with
Mm,
ZA, with ZA, I think adding DLC, which is something that Legends Arceus never got, is going to like increase the longevity of this game. You're going to constantly have content to go back to. Not to mention Raichu finally getting some love. I love to see that. I love to see some more Raichu love.
Your love is
I
Pikachu.
love to see that.
Your
Okay,
love is
see, no,
Pikachu.
see, this is the criticism I don't get. This is the criticism I don't get. They're like, this feels like a Pikachu Mega Evolution, not a Raichu evolution. And then I'm thinking like, weren't we all saying that we wanted Dragonair elements to come back in Mega Dragonite? Like y'all pick a struggle. I'm so for real. Pick a struggle. Y'all can't be like, oh, we want previous evolution themes to come back in the Mega Evolution. All right, makes previous evolution themes come back in Mega Evolution. No, we don't want that. Pick a side.
Okay, give me Charmeleon things and a Charizard
So you want
Mega.
Mega, you
Finally, a
want
good Charizard
you
design.
want Mega Charizard Y, but it's red.
That's too good.
Give me Mega Charizard, but it doesn't have wings.
That's stupid.
Morgan, what was that?
That's stupid.
Don't cook.
Anyways,
Don't
Jen, you
ever cook again. That's like the first thing I said in 3 minutes. Don't cook ever again.
no, because
bro.
oh god, what was that? It's like how I have a hot take every video. Morgan has a bad take every video. You'll just get a stinker take from Morgan every video. But Jem, you haven't shared any of your thoughts on like the business decisions or any of the new megas. So you've been kind of quiet there.
I'll say something, Sarah. So, because I'm not gonna lie, like on like some aspects, at least okay, in terms of like the Kalos megas, the Kalos starter megas, and how they're handling it,
Yeah.
I think that's kind of crazy. I don't like it. I think for the sake of just like just consumer, like everyone in fucking world that's gonna be playing it, it's just really not good. I think in terms of just like the retro stuff, I mean, I really don't really care that much. Because it's just like it's just like regular schmegular like DLC megas. It's similar to how you like if you play like I say I don't like Scarlet Violet or whatever, and then you're getting access to like new Pokemon. It's like it's not like that crazy for like the Mega Raichus. But like the college megas, no, that's bad. No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
Yeah.
I think another funny thing to also bring up is that this is kind of like Legends ZA is kind of weird because I think they're treating Legends ZA more like a mainline series game than they did like Legends Arceus. Because correct me if I'm wrong, for Sword and
Really?
Shield, we didn't get the shiny Zacian and Zamazenta when PLA came out, right? That wasn't a thing until for a minute. So it's like it's very weird how everyone's like we're just saying goodbye to Paldea now. Like it's very weird because I'm 90% sure competitive is still staying in Gen 9. It's still staying in like Scarlet and Violet. So that's why that's why I'm so curious about it.
It should be.
That's why I'm curious because it's like
It should be.
that's why I'm curious because everyone's treating it like we're never gonna pick up Scarlet and Violet again. Like I know when Scarlet and Violet, like when we're officially in Gen 10, the way I'm dashing Scarlet and Violet, oh my god, I can't wait to leave this stupid I hate Scarlet and Violet. I'm sorry. I don't hate Scarlet and Violet. That's a lie. I don't hate Scarlet and Violet, but it is
You're back in the fucking building again.
I am. It's like
it's Scarlet and Violet 2, baby.
If we get Scarlet and Violet, if we get Scarlet and Violet 2, I'm gonna start agreeing. If we get Scarlet and Violet 2, I'm gonna start agreeing with Gem, and that's when I gone
I
off the
mean,
deep
with
end.
that,
I'm gonna start saying, you know what, Gem, you got a point. I'm gonna start saying that, and that's when I've gone off the deep end.
What point did I have?
Danganronpa is a good series.
Yeah,
I guess
let him
that's
cook.
one thing which
Let him,
even
let
for
him-
Legends Arceus, if you
Hold on, let him
recall,
cook.
the after almost right after we
That was
got
not
the
it.
game, we got the announcement for what was it, Scarlet and Violet. That and I think I think it was like 2 or 3 months, and I could be wrong. So that
Scarlet and Violet,
it
yeah,
was Pokemon Day.
it was Pokemon Day, yeah.
Yeah, we got the announcement for the starters, and we got some stuff. So
No, it was
that
Pokemon Day.
I feel like
I
that,
remember it was Pokemon
that's the thing, right? Okay,
Yeah,
you
so it was
get a
like 3
game,
months after.
you get some duration for the game. Like, okay, we are going. This is the game on which we are going to spend the next whole year on, and the next couple of years on until the next, a remake gets announced or the next thing gets announced. That's usually the thing. And like even for Legends, like you pointed out, Legends Z-A doesn't really feel like a spin-off game. It feels more like a main series game. I would say it feels more like how the remakes used to did. Like, okay, you get XY. Now you wait for Oras or Sun and Moon. Now you wait for Sun and Moon 2. That ended up being Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. You wait for. I mean, technically.
You mean Ultra Sun and Moon? Why'd you just say Ultra Sun?
Yeah.
Sun and Moon 2, my favorite Pokemon game.
What are those?
Sun 2 and Moon 2, my favorite Pokemon game.
Problem with those games is basically very
Ultra
kind of did the whole thing with.
Well, the Ultra Sun and Moon is more of like a
Emerald,
0.5.
Platinum, Crystal,
It's like Sun and Moon
by
0.5 because
like
it's not
third
really.
version, but rather than making the third one, just like because the guy about on the cover, but the game is about Necro.
Yeah.
The
See, that doesn't really. See, that doesn't really bother.
That is Necrozma.
No, it's
Wait,
no. I know what I'm talking about. That doesn't really bother me
I remember
because
that.
I think I don't know where I heard this. I think it was like a rumor that we were never gonna get like a Pokemon Z specifically. We were gonna get like Pokemon ZX and like Pokemon YZ. Like I don't know how to explain it, but like we would have gotten to.
Okay, I've heard
that's
that.
what I'm saying. I think it was like yeah. So that's what we would have gone, which doesn't bother me because that was always kind of the plan. It was kind of the plan to split the third version into two separate games because at the end of the day,
because they're
at the end of the
greedy.
day, at the end of the day, Satoshi Tajiri loves that money, bro.
Money.
He loves that paper. It's the flipping, it's the meme of like Vince McMahon holding the money, and it's like, like that's Pokemon comes like, hold on, Black and White 2 sold poorly. But what if we did it with a Pokemon game that sold well? And Ultra Sun and Moon sold really well. So I think Ultra Sun and Moon
Did
outsold
it?
it outsold Platinum, Emerald. I think it's like the
Still,
I think the only third version it
Shit.
didn't outsell was like Yellow. I'm 90% sure. I have to look at the list again. You know what?
Oh, the Gen
That's what
1
I'm saying. But
game.
you know what it.
Wow.
But you know what it. But you know what it did outsell. But you guys know what it did outsell.
Crystal.
Pokemon Crystal.
Crystal.
Oh my god, yo, that vindicated me so bad. Yo, when I saw that list, and I saw Crystal at the bottom, I thought like, I was all cloud. I was like, yes, yes, that's what you block. You garbage. That's what you block. No, yeah, it's but yeah, Scarlet and Violet is Scarlet and Violet. Like overall, I feel like we can kind of reach into a little bit of a Scarlet and Violet conversation. I feel like we could also have a podcast just saying goodbye to Gen 9, but I feel like we could say goodbye to Gen 9 as a whole, and
I
this is
think that should come when
Gen
a
10.
Gen
But that's
10
what I'm saying. I'm just
game
talking about Scarlet and
gets
I'm talking about
closer.
Scarlet and Violet specifically. What's
When Gen 10
yeah,
gets closer, I feel more
but
so.
this is
Yeah.
more of a saying goodbye to Scarlet and Violet. So I have to ask, did you guys like when it comes to Scarlet and Violet, would you guys say it's a great Pokemon game, like one of your favorites, or is it on the least favorite side?
Ooh.
I know for me, like you don't have to be specific with it. I know for me, it's probably one of my least favorites. The game just, I don't know what it was about Scarlet and Violet, but it just felt bleh. Like it felt like X and Y in like a bad way. Because at least with X and Y, I have nostalgia towards it. Even when I replayed it, I was like, okay, I have nostalgia towards this. I remember the era I grew up in. Like XY nostalgia for me is so specific, where it's like I remember because I was 9 when XY came out. I remember they had like these guidebooks. Do you guys remember when they had like the mini guidebooks for Pokemon games and they showed you a little bit of the Pokemon in the generation?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they had this guidebook. They had a
Yeah.
poster inside. Sylveon was reintroduced. I remember everyone's like, "Oh my god, I'm picking Pokemon Y. I'm picking Pokemon Y. Yo, Evolta looks so cool." I was like, "I like Xerneas," and I was bullied, bro. I was bullied.
You were
Yeah, they were
bullied?
like, you chose Xerneas, you chose the deer. Everyone laughed at him. He's also choosing Chespit. That's
Yeah,
before
bro,
I
love
saw
the meme
Greninja.
now. What
He
about
also
got you,
choosing
bro?
Chespit. Yo, shut up, bro. Shut up. You shut up, bro.
Because
No, y'all don't
who
understand.
did Xerneas?
I got Xerneas.
I feel like
Xerneas was cool
X,
as shit.
No,
I feel like X is more popular nowadays.
I think
Am I crazy for
I'm
thinking that?
I'm 90% I'm 90% sure that it's usually like this is such a weird way to explain it. Usually whatever the boy protagonist is, it's usually like that game sells
nah,
better. And what I mean
for
is
black and
I'm pretty sure
white,
red
most
sold
likely.
more than
Yeah.
green. I'm pretty sure that gold sold more than silver. I'm pretty sure ruby sold more than sapphire. I'm pretty sure diamond sold more than pearl. With black and white, that's the whole thing. But I'm more sure
I think
sold more. I'm like in the black two and white two. I'm pretty sure. I feel like with black and white two, I feel like that's probably a lot closer. For X and Y, I'm pretty sure X sold more than Y, and then for Sun and Moon, I'm 90. I'm like I have a good hankering that Sun sold more, but I think Ultra Moon sold more than Ultra Sun, and then for Sword and Shield, I think Sword sold more, and then for Scarlet and Violet, I know in Japan Miraidon's really popular, which is why we like. I realize like someone I don't know who told me, but someone told me that the reason why every like piece of media like the anime makes it like the Scarlet universe is
and
because they
okay,
want to sell
and
Scarlet
Violet
more because apparently
on
it
your
didn't
ustic
sell as well as
versions where
Violet,
they won't really
which
do
I
any
find to be
differences with
really
the
funny
games,
because they're like,
especially like
please
the very
buy
early
this,
on Gen 1.
please buy
Literally,
the game with the
yes, if
objectively
you want
worst
change.
fit.
Gen
Oh
2,
my
they'll
god,
make the trend that okay, now these
please
levels
buy
are
this
oh
game
no,
showing
where the
that
lizard
Leo.
there's
doesn't
only
use his
one
Well,
game to
wheels.
represent each game. And that kind of made the thing like, okay, which version
okay.
you pick the version which has the cool livery on the box art. That's kind of the mentality of most people.
Yeah,
But the main game is
yeah, yeah. Well, well, even then when
you
well, even then Nintendo Well, even then in Gen 2, one of the cool features that I'll actually give Gen 2, this is actually a really cool feature that they'll never ever do again. You can catch Lugia or Ho-Oh
Ew.
in the opposite game. Like if you play Pokemon Silver, you
Oh,
can
That
catch
is
okay.
Ho-Oh.
really
And I think that's cool. I think they brought it back on Heart Gold and Soul Silver if I'm not incorrect. But
They
I
did.
think I'm not
They did something also bad.
I'm not
I fucking hate having. I hate being forced to catch Ho-Oh and Heart Gold. I'm
what did
sorry.
Ho-Oh ever do?
I
What
wanted
did
to say
Ho-Oh
that.
ever
I
do to
feel
you?
like with
See, this is
Ho,
why Morgan. This is why
No,
Morgan has share.
with Ho, the
Morgan will.
reason they
no.
gave
I
you is
hate being forced to catch it. I
I feel
hate
like
being
with Ho, the
forced to
reason they
catch
give
it
it
because,
to
like, bro,
you
I just want to
is
get to the
because
leaves.
Games,
I
I
don't
think
want to
level
use
two
them.
broke
the game will give
and make
Morgan
your
a
team will
great
end up
Pokemon,
being
and Morgan will be like,
towards the half of the
I
league
can't
table.
believe they're
But if
giving
you
me a
have Ho on
great
the
Oh,
bench,
Pokemon to use.
a great
you can have
Pokemon.
Ho through the way.
A
Actually,
great
no.
Pokemon that is beaten by a Pikachu. Yeah,
What?
Morgan when he's playing
that gets beaten by a Pikachu.
Morgan when he was playing I'm no, that's how I beat Soul Silver my first time. I remember I played Soul Silver just before I know how to build teams. I had a Feraligatr and I had a Lugia. So what I used to do, and this is the same strat I used in Gen 3, what I used to do is the legendary would take care of the Elite Four, right? And then when I got to the champion, that's when my starter would have done it. And because I had Feraligatr, the objectively best choice, I had Ice Punch, Hydro Pump, like
Huh?
man, if Feraligatr had a couple more inches, oh, don't get me so. Oh my God, Feraligatr is such a cool Pokemon. I'm so
If
glad
he
it.
had an A, if our alligator had an
If
A,
Feraligatr was if Feraligatr was allowed to be like Charizard and they let him get all this stuff, he would have been like a top five Pokemon of all time. But no,
Okay,
we're
what
Pokemon and
is
we
that?
hate we
I
hate
don't get it.
seeing black people. We hate seeing black people succeed. Feraligatr is a black Pokemon now. We hate seeing black people succeed.
And you can't get that in Crystal. It doesn't
What
really
is wrong with
classify as
Crystal,
black.
all I'm
bro?
gonna do is just post that one statue again.
See, Morgan's such a hitter for alligator for no reason. Wait, Morgan, what's your favorite? Wait, Morgan. Wait, Morgan. Wait, Morgan. What's your favorite Johto starter? Wait, Morgan. What's your favorite Johto starter? I'm genuinely curious.
Mareep.
That's not a Johto
That's not a
starter.
starter, bro.
You can't even get that in Crystal. That's why Crystal. That's why Crystal's so poorly.
Yeah,
But like, what's your favorite Johto starter?
it's a bad game. Well, well,
Uh,
Crystal's a bad game
What's your
for one.
favorite
So yeah,
Johto starter? Answer the question.
I like them all equally, but like I guess if I had to pick, or well, is it like equally?
If
But
this
if I
dude
had to
says,
pick, I
if this
guess
Come
dude says
on,
what
as
I think,
bro.
well. But
oh
Stay.
my
Oh
God,
my
you're so
god,
lame. Oh my God, you are so
look, it's
lame.
picking at the bottom of the
You're
barrel.
so
bro. Which
Okay,
lame,
one?
bottom
bro.
Which
of the
one
barrel.
though?
Look, if I could, I would replace him with Torchic.
But place who? Which one?
No, he said he would play Cyndaquil with
I said
Torch. Cyndaquil
Cyndaquil.
with
Is that,
Torchic.
is that your favorite one?
Cyndaquil is his favorite Johto starter. Yeah,
Oh
Out
my
of the
god, you fucking suck.
that's what. Wait, do you like? Wait. Do you like Kasu? Wait. Do you like Kasui and Typhlosion?
You say favorite. Oh, I like
Okay,
it.
at least you like
I
Kasui.
do like Hisui and Typhlosion more than
Okay,
normal.
at least he has some ball knowledge. At least he has some ball knowledge.
Yeah. Oh, look, what do you choose from those?
For
Actually, Diglett is
alligator!
fine. I
For
shouldn't.
alligator! You
But
saw that 7 foot alligator!
it's
You saw a 7 foot alligator! Yo, for alligator shit, he's 7 foot. That's a center in the NBA. For alligator has a phenomenal move pool, looks cool, and you're like, I want to go with the honey badger. I want to go with the shrew. I want to go with the rat. The rat. That thing on the Pokemon Fire type Zodiac thing is the rat. It's the rat. You chose the rat.
yeah,
No,
Mash
not the
Ketchum.
No,
not a
bro.
mouse. No, not a mouse.
Oh
No.
my.
You didn't pick a no. You didn't pick a mouse. You picked a
Yeah, I'm
rat.
not choosing. Yeah,
You picked a rat.
That was such low hanging fruit, Morgan. That's not even a good roast.
This guy. Imagine like Rillaboom and Incineroar fans. This is their guy. This is your. This is your guy. If this guy was representing my favorite Pokemon of all time, I would disown you so quick.
Oh my
Nah,
god.
hell no. Could you imagine, Jem? Could you imagine if he was
The point
representing
which
your
I was
favorite starter Pokemon
the
and
point
he's
which I was
using
trying
that?
to make earlier is that like up until
I would be so pissed, bro.
Yo, Samrock doesn't have a lot already. I don't
yeah, the
need
point
more
which I
than
was trying to make up until recently is
Please,
that
stay over
from
there.
Gen
I
1
heard-
to Gen 5, you can kind of make the
Too
argument
bad,
that,
Sonic
okay,
Adventure
whatever
2.
version you pick, it's kind of the same
Fan.
experience. After that, for Gen 6, it's
They don't
kind
know
of
that I'm
more,
a Sonic
you know,
fan. I'm not gonna. I'm
big
not
more
reviewing
class.
that.
Obviously, few megas will be in one specific game, right? And I guess for
Oh,
those,
hey,
there's more
Samurai,
hype compared
Samurai.
to the
How
regular
how are you
ones.
feeling about the
Yeah.
silver aura?
Wait, hold on. I want you, Sam. What were you trying to
Yeah.
say?
Yeah, and Pencil you could get in by. Yeah, so similar situation like that.
Yes.
Was it?
Yeah. You could
Good.
only get like I
Good.
think it was Mega Heracross. You could only get an X, and the Mega Pinsir. You could only get an
but
Y.
like when you think about it, okay,
Oh,
usually you
right.
just
Was
depends.
Houndoom also like
No,
that,
I think
or
Houndoom was
Whatever
or was
universal.
that
gen
just
8 is,
something
No,
with Pokemon?
okay,
Houndoom
what
was
is going
universal,
to
but
be
also I think
yeah,
Sam, I
the
don't mean
difference
to like super disagree with
between
you, but I
gen
think
leaders and our gen 9.
when it really like the really switch really started to happen was Gen 3 because you got a different team like for which one
Yeah.
you chose, and I think that's a really big thing because that's the story. Overall, the team's goals are the same, but that's the
Oh,
story.
how different are they?
No,
I guess their battles are different. Their battles are different.
I agree. No, I agree with you. I agree with what you're saying overall, Sam. I'm just saying that you could also say you could start this. You could see the split in Gen 3, and also in Gen 3,
And hey, when
in,
did they remake Gen
in Gen
3?
6. No, but in Gen 3, but in Gen 3 you get the choice between uh weird white people or my beautiful black queen Shelly. You get the choice between a beautiful black queen.
Oh man.
uh, you choose and see
Shit.
Morgan. No, Jem's not saying anything because we haven't made a Gooner Stone joke in a minute, but he knows what I'm talking about. You get the choice.
Stone jokes.
I'm not the one who told you to make
Yeah,
those tweets.
we haven't talked about. Yeah, we have. We also haven't acknowledged on Twitter. He is 100 out of 100 of that Danganronpa spinoff.
Oh my god, bro. That's not even. They
We
don't
gonna
even know
talk about
that.
that. We gonna
What?
Have
talk
we not
about that.
started recording?
What
No,
is there to talk about?
because I'll be scrolling on Twitter and then I'll see Jem be like, "Oh man, I just 100%ed 100 line this route. Man, I love this game. Man, I love this game. Abdul's like so cool. Samurai so awesome. Like we should all follow." Jem said that bar for bar. He
I
definitely
never
said
said
that.
that, bro. Oh
He
my
definitely
god, bro.
said
You
that. He
suck.
definitely said that. He definitely said that. So right now, when did we start recording the podcast? Because I wanna make sure that we're under an hour.
We've been
Yeah, like
here
half
for
an hour.
We've been
A little
here
half
for
an hour.
29 minutes.
I've only been here for an hour. Okay. No, I just want to keep track of time. No, we're still recording.
Well,
I just want to keep track of the time so I don't go overboard because I have to edit this, and none of y'all ever decide. Well, let me offer to edit this. Let me ask Samurai if he wants any help.
Yeah, I'm
But
good.
no, actually, I'll
Yeah,
send this your
good,
way.
bro.
You can edit it. No, I'll send this your way. You can edit it.
oh my god.
Nah,
But
bro, you got it, man. Your channel.
I guess we could talk about some of the other stuff that's been
Oh, do I get money?
What?
we could talk about some of the other stuff that's been
Okay.
we could
Yeah,
talk
whatever.
about this is the one joke I want to make before we go to like some anime discussion. But
Okay.
I realized that like this is such an Abdul thing to say. I made like a video about this. LeBron James has been playing for so long. Let me show you guys how long LeBron has been playing. LeBron played when Mega Evolution started, right? In 2013. He played when Mega Evolution started. That's when he
So
got his first NBA championship. He's still playing, and Mega Evolution has come back. Do you realize how insane that is? He's played long enough Gen 6 to first come out, and then the next Gen 6 game to come out
I'm
10
not into
years later.
basketball.
That's
It's
insane. He's playing
kind
so
of
long
confusing there.
that he started playing when Gen 3 just came out. He was still playing when Gen 3 got remade. That's insane. That's just what an insane longevity stat. This is why LeBron James is the GOAT and MJ is a fry. I'm joking. MJ is my second favorite player of all time.
Harry
But no,
James,
Who?
Michael
Mitchell
Jordan.
Jones,
There's no way you hoot MJ, bruh.
Michael Jackson.
I don't know
Uh,
initials. I'm sorry. I'm not
But
a
still,
basketball
bro.
guy.
Mr. Joker.
Oh my God,
these
Morgan.
Stooges,
No,
bro.
because Sam isn't. No, because Sam isn't from like the States or Canada, so I can
That
forgive
makes
yeah,
Sam.
sense.
this is
That makes
something,
sense.
right?
But
You have
You
Morgan, though.
Morgan. Yeah, see, this is how we could tell Morgan White.
You know how many MJs I
Name
know?
4.
Unironically, name 4.
Yeah, but like, and she has 2 names.
Name 4 popular
Jim
MJs.
gave me 2.
Michael Jackson is the only one.
MJ. Wait.
Does it? Wait a second, hold up.
That's not a thing.
Uh,
That's not a
Okay,
thing.
stop
You
it,
made
stop
that
it,
up.
stop it.
That's- there's no MJ.
Hold on. Wait. You're saying. Hold on. Wait. You're saying that Peter Parker's girlfriend is not popular.
I
is
think
not
Michael
known.
Jordan, the NBA player. I think Michael. I have a hunch that
I
Michael
mean,
Jordan, the
it depends,
NBA
right?
player,
Like,
is more popular than Mary Jane, the comic book character. This is. I feel like that's not a crazy thing to say.
I think that should be common knowledge.
Okay. Wait. I wasn't. You just said popular. You didn't say more popular than Michael.
When people say MJ, unless
it
you are a
depends.
comic book
In
fan,
some
and the
situations, they
vast
call
majority
it.
of people
In
are
the-
not comic book fans, they are thinking either Michael Jackson or Michael Jordan. They are not thinking of Mary Jane Watson.
Hey. How much? What about Spider-Man movies? How many How many people have watched Spider-Man
I
movies?
feel like if you even then, people know her as
Yeah.
Mary Jane. They never really call her MJ in that movie. They never call her MJ. They call her Mary or Mary Jane. They never call her MJ. So even then,
Like, I don't think you would ever
Spider-Man
call
does.
Mary Jane MJ.
Spider-Man
if, like,
does.
specifically talking about comics.
that's what I'm
Spider-Man
saying.
says MJ a
Like, you have to,
lot.
but you
What
have
are
to
talking
specifically
about?
be in like a comic book conversation to be saying, "Oh, MJ, that's Mary Jane."
Anyways, let's go to some Pokemon anime discussion. The Pokemon anime has recently started a new mini arc, kind of, where we finally get to see the anime debut of a beloved XY character, uh, Emma.
Yeah.
We finally get to see Emma in the anime
Yeah.
because XYZ
That's coming in like a few days.
that XYZ
Okay.
because XYZ was too puss to show her.
What would she do in the XY anime?
Okay, they
I'm
kinda
not gonna lie.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be.
We didn't have the time. We didn't have that time, bro.
Oh no, but we had
Come
the
on.
time for a
Annabelle,
stupid
what
Leo
is
filler
it?
episode. Yeah, we had that time.
I also heard anime. I was like,
No,
what-
it had to
how
be
did we
after
get there?
Team Flare arc.
Morgan, what the hell was that? I also.
Let's
No, I'm not.
be
No,
for
I'm
real.
be, no.
I
Okay,
mean,
guys,
but
guys,
I
I'm gonna be
also got
I'm gonna be
confused.
honest.
What the
I'm
hell?
not that
Why
mad that we
Morgan
didn't get to
talking
see
about
Emma. I'm
animals?
being
That made no
facetious.
sense.
I'm being very facetious. I'm not that mad that we can.
We didn't get anything from the Sun and Moon post game. Where the fuck was Annabelle in Sun and Moon?
Who?
Who?
No, wait.
Annabelle.
Annabelle. I heard Animal. I heard Animal. No, I heard Animal. I was like, what is the
I said Annabelle.
No,
What
I
the
was
fuck?
like,
I
what does
guess
the
you can
Ben
give
10
her the
character
design
have to
without,
do
you
with
know,
Pokemon Sun and
altering
Moon?
the
I was
age.
like,
I
what
would
is
imagine you would have to rectify that in some way.
At least
I guess it
Annabelle
could be
had
like a
like the
new
Battle
design
Frontier.
or
At least Annabelle had like that Battle Frontier where it's like, here's another interesting thing with
I mean,
Annabelle.
it could be an
It's kind
alternate.
of weird that
It
if
could be like an
Annabelle
alternate
returned, would people
Annabelle for
still
all we
ship her with
know.
Ash because she would be like
Didn't think
distinctly
about it.
older?
It'd be kind of a yo.
Like I've seen him be shipped with Gladios.
Like it.
Well,
I mean, yeah, but
okay,
like that has been going on since. Yeah, like even with like
You would have to
That's
like
what I would
age that
imagine will
design.
happen.
imagine she's like.
But it's also it wouldn't really make sense too, would it?
I mean,
Well, no, because it was Sun and Moon.
Because if
Yeah,
we're
I
being
guess.
real, it is the same show that has like the in XY that has Serena, who is like probably like very, very distinctly a teenager in the game, be the same age as Ash in the anime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've changed the ages a lot, which okay.
See, here's my. Well, my thing with like Serena is that
Isn't it
they
like
do a lot of work to like
classified to
make
be like
Serena
10
like
years
look
after
around
the
Ashes. It's not. They didn't even do a
Point
lot of work. They
games,
just made it
at
really
least.
short. But like even then with Serena, I'm more passive towards it because you can A imply that Ash is aged or B Serena's aged out. It's not that big of a
Oh
deal.
no.
It's not that big of a deal for me as well because Serena is like a teenager. So it's like but Annabelle in Sun and Moon is very distinctly in her mid 20s, if not like older. Like she's
Yeah,
distinct.
they like people. I think we all know one artist that shifts Annabelle with Looker.
Nah,
Yes,
I'm not gonna.
or
Where are you going to pop
yeah,
that
10 years
because
after Emerald. They do imply that,
Yeah,
or
and that's kind of the issue.
no.
just in
That's kind of
the
the issue. The
universe.
anime never just really wants to acknowledge time passing. Even like we have a whole baby that was born, so clearly there had to been at least a year past. Nope, Ash is still 10. What do you mean he's still 10? Yeah, he's still 10. What do you mean? What do you mean? There's a whole baby born. It's like it's still 10.
Yeah, have you not? Yeah, this is why you need to read. Okay.
I mean, he could be hitting like a late.
But no, with this new art,
Yeah.
I have to
Also,
look
like
up
while
deep.
we
I
are
have
talking,
to
while we
see
are
weird
talking about
no,
shit.
but when
I see
when you
horrors.
no, but it is just kind of
they
interesting that when you
they
look
don't
at
imply that.
flipping
Never implied
when
that.
you look
That's
at
just a headcanon
the
which
new
people
stuff that
have
they're
because
doing in
he's
the
shorter
anime,
than the
it
rest.
is very
But like there
interesting
was
that like
never
they went
nothing
back to
in
pre-time skip
story
Roy,
which
but Alt
implies
has
that
the
he is
same
younger than
design,
them.
which it's just kind of funny because it's
It
implying
makes
no, it makes
sense.
sense, but it's funny because that implies that he's
I
still
mean,
the
yeah,
same
like if the
height.
height is different
It's like he
implies
didn't
that, I
grow.
guess. But
It's
the
like
fact that he
Roy
and
like
Roy
shut
were
up,
this,
right?
yeah.
You could be a late bloomer. Yeah, he could be a late bloomer. Yeah. But no, it's
I mean, they also imply that Alt is younger than them,
yeah,
right? Don't they imply that a bit?
Yeah, it could be
he's
something
about.
like that.
I feel like they did.
I think. uh, I mean, even then, it's the height difference that implies that, and the fact that he acts a lot more immature than everyone else. So it's like that's the implication.
Eh,
It's not. It's not a. It's not like it's not. I don't
yeah,
think
I
it's a
don't
crazy
know.
age difference of
I
like
don't know what
five
you're
years.
saying
I
there.
think like let's say Roy's like 14. Like let's say Roy's like 14. Alt's like 13. I think it's like a year different at most. It's not. It's not. That's what I'm saying. I don't think it's anything.
Yeah.
But like no, it's this new arc does look it looks interesting. It's cool that we get to go back to Carlos again.
I mean, yeah,
I
but
can't wait to
for
see
the rest,
people who are like,
for the
are we
rest,
gonna
it's
see
kind of
Carmon?
your thing.
Are
But
we
like,
gonna see
I
for
think
this
you're talking
specifically, I
about
don't really get it.
Carlos
Like,
again when it's really
okay,
just
sure, like
introduction for
I'm
that
all for
fucking
hating something
dog.
that makes sense. Okay, it's
Introduction for
Morgan,
that fucking
Morgan, you
he
dog.
had
gotta
kind of
stop
set
this
up until
Lucario
now.
hating thing
But
that you
now that
have.
it's
I
getting his
hate.
own again,
You gotta stop this
besides that
Lucario
stuff.
thing hating thing that you
Like
have.
such low
Like
hate,
more,
bro.
like
Okay,
Morgan.
why? Why though? Why though?
Morgan, whenever a
I
popular
mean,
thing
yeah,
appears in
okay.
media because it's
You
popular. Oh
need
my
to
god, I
know.
can't
You
believe there's
need to
another
know about
Spider-Man
like
movie.
come on,
Oh,
like
I
how
like
it
your ninja.
used to
Shut the
be
fuck
before
up.
you judge anything else, right? Like okay, let's say for the GN team, I think it's safe to say like a
No,
good
I'm
chunk
just
of us
tired of
don't really
how the
care for them.
dog.
But
Wait, hold
you
on,
do know
hold
stuff
on.
about them. Like okay, you know Dragonite's his original episode it was really good. Freaking Gengar's its original episode was trash, but when he got his backstory, that was pretty good. Riolu, that was like widely considered to be one of the best ones. So you need
It's
to know
set up
about a
until
month's
now, and you
origin
think that
before you can say,
the
okay, this guy I like him or this
past
guy I hate
arc
him. The
would
fact
try
that
to
it took this
redeem
much
it,
time to
Yes,
yeah.
would be
I
able to
mean,
redeem it. It just makes
Yeah, Dracovish, that's why it feels kind of it doesn't really have much going on for it. Morgan,
I
that
do.
was horrible.
What?
That was horrible. Uh
Wait, Ash?
no Morgan.
Wait, it's huh? Okay.
Pretty much what I would say is that whatchamacallit.
unless you're
I forgot what I was gonna talk about. What are we talking about again?
I was gonna say unless you're Dracovish, in which case you just kind
Yeah,
of
you
got
need
brought
to know
back to life,
basic.
and then
You
Slash is like,
basically know about a month's
Pokeball.
origin before you start to care for them. If that
Yeah.
makes any sense. Like, I don't think it's necessarily like every
Draco!
single
All right,
month. I
Morgan.
think
All
it's
right,
a
all right,
good
Morgan.
chunk of
said that. He has
need to
never
know
All
said
that
right,
that.
this is
Morgan.
how we
All
got
right.
this
Shut
See,
month,
it's
up,
and
not
this is how
just
it
man.
me,
started
bro.
using this month.
It's
Oh
not
my
just me.
So
It's
god.
this is
everybody,
why
bro.
I'm
It's
so
not
relevant to
just the
say.
me thing, bro. I'm not. See, what everyone see, no one can ever get on me for hating on Morgan ever again because Morgan be doing this to himself.
Yes. I know.
You were talking about how you need to know. You were talking about how you need to know Mon's origins, and yeah, of course. I was I can say that like when it comes to, and I agree with what you said, Seb, but I can say that like when it comes to like Lucario specifically in the anime, I like look. I'm gonna say that I would keep a spade a spade. I don't really like Ash's Lucario, but I'm also not gonna glaze Roy's Lucario like that because he hasn't done anything. My criticism here is that why are we acting like this whole like I can't believe they're making Roy's Mega Pokemon a Lucario. Why is Horizon doing this when the anime has been doing that since its inception? It's like
I won't like that is stupid. Well, I agree with you on that. Like, you shouldn't complain about it like that in that way. Let's
like
specify. But also, what does it? It doesn't have a
like
personality
but here's the
either.
thing, none of the Lucarios in the anime has ever had a personality. I'm not even gonna we could be like, oh, but Cameron's I was the first person to be like, I like Cameron's Lucario. But
You're
even
not
then,
the
Cameron's
first
Luc
person,
wait,
bro.
wait. No, I was. Trust me. This one, I was. Trust me. This one, I was. This one, I was. But even with Cameron's Lucario, his personality
I
is
mean,
just
they
kind
are
of a couple of
similar.
scenes. It doesn't really have
Arguably, I
a
like the
personality.
same thing
It's
going
just
for them,
very
but they are
expressive.
similar.
So it's like all Lucarios in the anime don't really have a personality. The only Lucario to really have a personality is the Sir Aaron one, which had a whole movie dedicated to it. And if you want to say that's the best Lucario in the anime, everyone would agree with you. I don't think there's a single person who would be like, that's
Yeah,
not the
like
best Lucario in the anime.
initially
Because
she
it's the only one
starts
that
off
had an
as
arc, a
yeah.
personality that we cared for. Every Lucario trainer also has a very similar personality. Like Maylene and Karina are the same person in a different font. Y'all ever realize that? Like they kind of have the same thing going for them, where it's like,
Do
where it's like,
they?
okay, I'll explain it. Like I'll kind
Kinda.
of
I mean, there's
like
more.
I'll
I feel like there's more to Karina.
like it's
I feel like there's
well,
more to
it's like
Karina, but
well,
yeah.
it's like they have different introductions where like Maylene is introduced as already unsure of herself and she's already kind of
I
depressed and
mean,
like down in the dumps. Meanwhile, Karina, we get that later on,
yeah,
and
like,
I
but
will
here's the
admit that
thing.
Karina gets more than
Okay, but
Maylene
yeah,
did.
here's the thing. With here's the thing with Charizard. When
Yeah,
you
I'll
think,
admit that.
okay, but here's
But
the thing
she's
with
excited
Charizard
and
when you
she
think about
wants
it.
to
Okay,
get
here's the
Yeah,
a
thing.
Mega
Yeah,
exactly.
Lucario.
you
Exactly. I
that
think
is true.
but yeah,
That I
overall,
actually partially agree with. Like, I mean,
overall with
they
Lucarios,
can
I
do
think it's
more
just such
to
a
differentiate the
weird debate to
personalities of
have
each
with
Zard. Right?
Lucarios.
It
I
kind of
think
ends
the
up being
only reason
similar
why
after
this
the first
debate
one.
really exists is
But the
because
one
Roy and
thing
Ash are
which
always
I
going to
guess
be pit
kind of
against each other just for
differentiates,
the sake of
which kind of
they're
is
like
the saving
similar.
grace.
And I
It
also
doesn't end up
think
being like the main
I
mon
also think
after
it's
the
just kind of
first
funny that
one,
we
kind
never
of, if you
have
think
this
about it. Like,
conversation
okay,
for
it is
every
on Ash's team,
Charizard in
right?
this
No,
dang show.
I mean, okay, here's the thing,
Like
right?
we all just
It's
kind of
on Ash's
conveniently
team, right?
ignore that
Okay,
there's
it's
like a
going to be the
million.
main mon. Obviously,
Like
it's going to have
You know,
a lot
let's
of
call
yeah,
a spade a
non
spade.
point cool.
Let's
yeah.
call a
For
spade. Let's
Alan,
call a spade
Alan
a
is like
spade.
For Alan, once it
What's
has
the thing,
decent,
Sam?
but I wouldn't say that
What's
more
your
like
defense for this?
something which specifically stood
Oh, the
out.
Charizard
If you
Glazer is
got
coming
a
into the
good chunk of
fight.
like, okay, it
The
likes to
Charizard
pursue mega
Glazer is
evolution, it
coming
likes to do
in.
things like that,
Okay.
and we got Alan for 4 main episodes. Yeah, yeah, it's basically like an extension of Alan. It's part of him. You can make an argument for that. Yeah, kind of the same thing with Leon when you put it like that. It was his mayonnaise. That was the main thing. Why is going to I'm going touching
Not
I'm touching
really.
every single
Lucario
one.
also.
I'm touching
Luc-
every single one. I'm not touching Kia. No, here's the thing. No,
okay.
I'm not touching Kiawe because his one is
Okay.
actually unique. Because Kia, here's the thing. Kiawe's Zard is actually unique when you think about it. It like has a more unique design. It has the whole thing that it's old. Yeah, it is old. Yeah, it doesn't really like.
Yeah.
It's not really battler. It's more of like a transportation mod.
It's pretty
And it
much
has
just an extension
different
of Alon.
facilities compared. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is living in retirement, but still.
You forgot Kiawe.
We
Oh,
did
wait,
we did get that in the Poketoon.
You forgot Kiawe. You
I,
forgot
I,
Kiawe.
I forgot. I forgot. I forgot Kiawe had one. I'm gonna
We
be
got that
honest.
in
But why
Turkey
did you
Tunes
skip?
once. I don't. I
Okay,
don't
who is more
remember
important?
because
Who is more important?
yeah, I'm just saying. Yeah,
It's old.
It has. It's old. It's old. It's a.
Here's no.
And that's
no,
it.
it is kind. Yeah, that was kind of
Well, that's considered
like it did
retirement.
actually portray that. Okay, his skin is different from it.
I mean, I guess, but like they don't really do anything with the fact that it's old. Like, if you want to make an old
Not
Charizard,
really. I can
make an
show it to you
old
guys
like because this is his grandfather's
if you
Pokemon, not
want.
his dad's.
But like
His
things going
grandfather.
on for it, right?
We get like one
We get like
episode.
a one
on
episode, but
that.
It
I need to
also has
see
like
some
his
That was
wrinkles.
like towards
I
the
need to see
end, right?
sections of
like
his
his skin.
wings cut off.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like I need to see like its skin. It's, yeah, in
So
Pokemon,
that's
we have
like
to
the
go to
Yeah,
kind
a
of
whole other
exactly.
thing.
why.
I want to see that. No, I know what Pokemon you're
Yeah,
talking.
I
Yes,
want to see that man have a
No, I know.
cane.
it's
Give
also
that man a
also his
Honestly,
cane.
color
like
is a lot.
make its
So
skin a little
basically,
more
we
dull.
do
Like
say
have it looser
the
color in the skin
regular
because it's
Charizard
old.
like
Like
one seen in
do
Sun and
some
Moon,
with an older
and its
Charizard.
color
Like
scheme and Kiawe's ones, they are like
it's,
different. So
I will
Kiawe's one
show
is
you a clip of
basically less
Kiawe's.
saturated.
I
Yeah, I
will.
can show.
I
Yeah, I
will
can show
show
you in a
you a
sec.
clip of Kiawe's Charizard, and
Give
I'll
me a
show
sec.
you a clip of Alon's Charizard, and they look the
We
exact
have
same.
not, and that's the most baffling thing.
You,
Everyone was
you
saying.
I
Come
think
on, bro.
the biggest difference is like the
Each one could
wings.
talk
That's
easily.
like the biggest difference, right? Its wings are like Kiawe's wings are
it
tattered
has its tattered wings. That's it.
because they're old.
I mean,
That's it
Freed's
though.
Charizard could be shiny when you think about it. Because like he is an anime original, like
I
But
he's
that
think
an
they
doesn't tell
anime
you that it's
original
do.
old. That
character.
just
He's
that
not
doesn't.
going to be like publicizing Mega X. So here's one can be shrink.
That just tells you it's been through shit.
Are you gonna show a compare? Are you gonna show? You gotta show a comparison.
Question: have we ever seen a shiny Charizard?
No. Yeah, and if a lot
That's weird.
here's the thing: if Alon's Charizard was
That's
shiny,
weird.
if Alon's Charizard was shiny, that would immediately. Probably,
That would be
I'm fine with
cool.
Leon's not being shiny only because Leon is a game character and his Charizard isn't shiny in the game. So I'm fine with that.
Honestly, this is how I
But
kind of think about it though.
I'll give you that. Yeah, I'll give you that one. What were you gonna say, Jim?
Oh, I was gonna say one thing. I think what like really goes on with the Charizards. I think there's more debates about which is the strongest, about which is the strongest instead of which is the actual better like character. Um,
Mhm.
because other than like I think feel like nobody really cares about like other Charizards' personalities and like characters and all that.
One
I
thing,
feel like they're
right, with
all kind of
Lucario,
Yeah.
just
both
like
with this one and with the last
there.
one, they
Especially
belong
where
to
it's
the
like
main
Alons and
main
Leons, and
character.
it's just like
But
they're just
Leon's or
kind of
Lance,
just
for that
like
matter, like they are relevant to the story.
the powerhouse.
But you
They're
want
kind of
to, okay,
like
they
the
are so
obstacle, like the
relevant to the
wall. They're
main
pretty much
story
like a
that
wall.
they need
That's
to
pretty much
be
what they're kind
need
of
to
just
have a
like
specific
built
thing to do
as
them for.
instead of
No,
just being
you
an
don't
actual
really
like
need to
Yeah.
do
character
that.
character. And that's why, again, like I said in the beginning, it's like
Mm.
more of the debates are about which is like the strongest, and that's like kind of like the more fun part about it, instead of just kind of like digging down within the characters. Because like how many of y'all are gonna talk about like Leon's Charizard as a character or Lance Charizard as a character? Because again,
Well,
like y'all said, it's kind of
here's
like an extension of the character.
no, yeah,
Wait,
I
what?
agree.
Wait
But
a
my
second now. Wait a
only
second.
issue
What
with
about
this, like
how?
that, with that, is that for some reason when it comes to
Was it
Lucario,
just
we are
like
just like
how?
the
Was it like how?
personality matters, and it's like
This is
okay,
like how?
you're kind of
How does
that's
the
kind of weird
survival?
that it just matters for this one,
Wait a
but it
second.
doesn't matter for this one. And it's like,
Oh,
I mean, but everyone. No, but here's the thing. But here's the thing. If your only defense is,
yeah.
oh, all the other Charizards were owned by important characters. But when we say the characters that they were owned by, those characters are kind of important. Alon had a whole side series to him. Kiawe was the main companion and Ash's like secondary rival in Sun and Moon. Like flipping, Leon was Ash's goal. Leon, I'm a little bit fine with if his Charizard doesn't have personality because he
What
It
a
could be.
blowout.
How
What?
is not a you wanna
What?
you're going to
What? Like,
you're
what was
going
What
to
the?
that?
Why the
you're
What?
fuck
going
are we
to
talking about how?
genuinely
What the fuck?
say that saying
Yeah,
you're going to say genuinely
I,
how
I
someone who
thought,
doesn't even have 4
yeah,
episodes worth
yeah,
of like
I'll
battle
agree with that, but I
is
think
Oh my
Ash's
god,
secondary
bro!
Ashes is
Shut
rival.
up!
like
He
it doesn't
doesn't
have
have
any
4 battles.
credibility.
He
No,
doesn't have 4
man.
battles.
Okay, based on the
Come
Don't get me wrong.
on,
characters,
I love
man.
how.
also
Don't
for
make
No,
me
okay,
Ash's
don't get me
story,
wrong.
sad.
I
right?
love how. He's
It's
probably one of
his
my
main
favorite
one. It's
in-game
his
rivals. He's
ace for the
probably in my
series. It
top
needs
7
to have
favorite
something
rivals in the
going on
games,
for
right?
it that makes you
Probably
look
my
like,
top
yeah,
7,
I
right?
need this
But in the
monster
anime,
piece. Like,
he
I
was
like Snow a
not
lot. You
there.
need to have something
He
like
was
that, right?
not
But
there.
you have
They
that
could
for
have.
basically every single
He
ace.
could have been a
So rather
friend.
than comparing it to like,
I'm
Well,
pissed at
yeah,
that.
although apparently he was
Honestly,
supposed to have a
why isn't he a part of the
well, no,
school?
apparently he was supposed to have a much like bigger major role in the anime. I think his VA was just like sick for a majority of the time they wanted to introduce him for. I
Really?
think that's what happened. I think
Really?
that's what happened. It
Okay.
was something with the VA. I think that's what happened. I'm not
Maybe.
100% sure.
Like,
Even
Okay.
that, like, but even that, that's kind of my thing with this whole Lucario debate. To be fair, the Lucario debate is just kind of running around in circles where it's like, oh, Ash's Lucario was so good. Oh, Roy. I agree. Yo, wait, hold on. Wait, Sam, I don't mean to interrupt you. I don't mean to interrupt you. Why am I defending Ash's Lucario? Jim, defend your
okay,
thing.
this is where
Would you give
finally,
me
this is
this?
where I finally,
Defend your thing.
no, this is where I finally get my little foot in the water. Okay, let me teach y'all ball real quick. Because I be saying this all the time, and it's such a waste, and I feel like it's such a waste of an
Hmm?
argument. I feel like to talk about like which Lucario has a personality is such a waste of the time because a lot of times they're all gonna act the same, and it's just like the only one that has like quote unquote personality. Y'all only got like a 2 second clip to work off of. It's not the situation of if they have personalities. It's usually just like the story behind them. For example, a lot of people like Maylene, Karina's, Lucario, for example, is because they actually had like a story going on.
Winners Lucario?
Not for how they was acting, but what kind of arc they had going on. But the situation with Ashes now, it's like it's pretty much it's just like in terms of like an actual like story is not as compelling to well a lot of people don't like Ash's Lucario 4. Like if you just look at the episodes where it's like, oh yeah, you know, it's a little like a Karina fan. It's you have the B rivalry, like all the stuff that actually had going on. For a lot of the people, they just didn't like it as much
I
as
mean,
like the whole
I
Yellowstone
kind of get
arc,
what
the
you mean, right?
little
It
Karina
needs
arc. So that's pretty
to,
much what it is. It's about the story,
yeah.
not the actual personality. And especially to where to me, I feel like out of all the Pokemon, Lucario is like one of the few to
Hmm.
where it's just like I feel like most of them should act the same. It's gonna sound actually crazy, but I feel like most of them actually should be stoic. The fact that Cameron's is like whole like is a little goofy, it's a little cheery. I feel like that should be exception, not the standard. Because what makes Cameron's actually good is not because it had a quote unquote personality, it's because it was different. Now, if everyone was like Cameron, then it's not different. So that's what I'm
Hmm.
just like. I feel like the whole Lucario thing is just kind of just a waste of time because I feel like no one,
Well, I don't think.
I think I kind of feel like no one truly knows what they're actually wanting, or at least they're not knowing specifically what they're looking for, and they're confusing it for the wrong thing. So that's kind of
Yeah,
how I think
Well,
about it.
here's. Well, here's.
what it was, yeah.
Well, here's what I've noticed.
I. Okay.
Well, well,
Okay.
I. Well,
I.
I have a question for like the. I have a question for both the viewers, us in the podcast right now. If you have to give Ashes Lucario like a personality, the one that's not like the one that it doesn't have right now, if you even think it
Okay.
has one right now, what would you give it? Did this. It depends on person by person, Jam. Not everyone
Well,
is you who likes Danganronpa and like spooning on the internet.
I'm giving them a little hint though. I'm giving a little hint. It can't, hey,
Okay,
it can't be
Battle
under a 6.
junkie.
I'm gonna say that right now.
Battle junkie.
okay, but like to answer the question, like I can kind of say what personality I would kind of give it if I was like Abdul, like if like the Pokemon writers like Abdul, you get to choose Lucario's personality. What personality do you give it? I think I would just go for believe it or not, I would go for a disobedient arc. Make it a little punk.
Mm,
make it a
So
little.
what it was as a Riolu.
Yeah, kind of make it bring back the spunky personality. Have it
How,
like have it be kind of like Ash was in a West, where it's always looking for a fight, and like you could bring some Oshawa isms in terms of it.
yeah.
Like I always love this whenever Pokemon do it. Whenever the Pokemon comes out of the Pokeball by itself, bring that back for Lucario. I think that would be a really good idea. Like
Okay.
make it more spunky. I think that's like
Here's
a
the
good
one
thing.
thing which
I think that's a unique one to go with.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that.
I do
It's
got a
spunky.
follow up question. I do got a follow up question though.
Instead
Once
of trying to jump over a Alakazam, it punches it straight
Wait a second.
up in the
Yeah,
I do
He
got a
got
follow-up
it. No, he got it
question.
Some
I do got a
Bakugo
follow-up
type,
question. How long would you make the arc for?
How long would I make the
Yep.
Disobedient arc for? You would have to kind of change journeys up to make it work. I would say the Disobedient arc probably starts when I have to think of journeys in my head. The Disobedient arc probably starts after the Darkest Day, after they lose
I
Mhm.
mean,
to
here's the
Mewtwo,
thing with
and then it
yeah,
probably
you can do it.
ends once because once they get Mega Evolution, that's still a big gap.
Mm.
That's what I'm trying to say. So I'm trying to think of what like PWC battles Lucario was in. Probably you would have to switch the focus of the Volkner battle to be a Lucario battle, but probably around then.
Interesting. Okay.
You would have to switch to what the Volkner battle was about to be about
Hmm.
Lucario because
I
the
haven't-
natural.
I feel like
Well,
I
actually,
dropped off
No,
of
no,
Journey,
wait,
so I
wait.
feel like I forget
Wait, no,
when
actually,
that happens.
no, actually, Ash got Mega Evolution. Wait, correct me if I'm wrong. Ash got Mega Evolution before Volkner, right?
I think it might have been after because no, it was after because no.
It was after.
I
Okay.
got pause here. So literally, he gets it like right before the B battle, and the B battle is right after. The B battle is like a couple of episodes after Volkner, but like he gets it afterwards.
Okay, yeah. So he gets it. Okay, so if anything, the Disobedient arc ends after like he gets Mega Evolution if it's that
Okay.
close.
See, for me, okay, because I'm thinking about this. I'm thinking about this here because I'm like the quote unquote journeys guy, right? So, and when I'm looking at journeys, Ash, right?
I mean, you are.
I mean, yeah, I guess so.
I
But
mean, think
basically,
about this,
right?
right?
Because I was thinking about in terms of like when you try to give Ash all these arcs,
Wasn't
all
like
these arcs,
Farfetch's
and it's just
personality
like
kind
to
of like that when
me,
you think about
I
it. Like it wasn't
feel like
disobedient. No,
journeys
it wasn't. It wasn't
it has to be
disobedient.
the Ash
I
where
mean, it
it's
was
just
like
like.
warping
And it's
around
gonna sound
Ash
crazy
using the
compared to
lake,
Ash
and in
that
that one
can't
episode
really
with
be
Big Storm,
having
it basically went
some
on its
of
own,
these
and
arcs
he kind of acted like aloof
anymore
until Ash
because
jumped
he
into
should be
the
way
pit to
past
get
that.
his
Like
lake back.
at least for me,
When you
in
think
terms of
about
like
it, that's kind
disobedient
of
arc,
what they did with it.
I feel like it shouldn't happen for the fact that Ash has been in the game for way too long to be letting that shit happen to him.
Well, it'd be more of a Disobedient arc.
Well,
I
Well, here's the
get
thing.
what you mean.
It's
I get what
not.
you mean.
It's not a
I
Disobedient
definitely
arc.
get what you mean. It's
Like
just like
it's not out of inexperience. It's more out of the actual Pokemon's personality. Where it's not like Lucario's gonna go to sleep.
yep. Not
Like if
like
we're
a
comparing it to
cortisol
Charizard, it's not
thing,
like
but like
Lucario's
a
gonna go to sleep.
little,
But like
a little
yeah, like
forcing him.
Ash will be like use Vacuum Wave. It's gonna use Metal Claw as an example. That's what
like
I mean by Disobedient arc.
it's a
Are we
Mega
sure?
Malamar.
Wait a second. Wait a second. Are we sure that was really Ash's Lucario and not just Ghost in a fursuit?
No,
Okay, well,
No,
hear me out
Farfetch,
though.
Farfetch, Farfetch was standoffish. But that's yes, but no. What I'm going for with Lucario when I say it's going to be more like spunky or standoffish is somewhat like to compare it to a character is like more of something closer to Bakugo from My Hero Academia, where they can be really explosive. Because we did kind of see that a little bit in that one episode where they got lost in Castelia City, where it got really explosive and the race was being flipping dumb. Uh, like yeah. So I feel like having
Boy did not like Joy and Wonder.
he did not. He
He
didn't.
did not
No, and
like.
honestly, if that's what his spunky personality is, I actually kind of like that. Where he's like, where everyone's like, "Man, I love life," and Lucario's like,
Okay. Oh.
"All
Yo.
right,
Okay, yo. I was just about to get to it. I was just about to get. This is the perfect time where I can talk about Lucario's personality. Because the second, Samurai brought it up. I was waiting for this layup. I was waiting for
We've
this
been
layup.
talking
Okay,
about
give me a
it.
second, bro. I got
Goddamn.
I got to teach y'all a ball again. So, because you want me to really tell you what Lucario's personality is, right? Right? Is
are you
Lucario?
gonna say it, or are you
No,
just
his
gonna keep saying?"
personality. It's that, and the way that I would word it It's like it's like no, exactly it's exactly how Tim
Wait,
words it. It's
you guys
exactly how
wanted
it
to make a
worded. It's
Dragonite.
like Riolu in like Lucario skin, to where it's just like again, it literally was like an egg in the beginning of the series. It's not that old. It's kind of like a baby, right? And in a lot of the sense of Lucario, he's still like that. Like if you see the episodes, if you look like the Greninja episode, a lot of like I guess like offhanded moments when he's actually showing a personality and not like super serious. And Summonatour is just like he's extremely young. He tries to act like it's like a Ryogu trying to act like Lucario. That's what I want to say.
I
Like
know
you
what
know what I
you're.
mean?
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. He's trying to act cool, but like the problem is
Okay.
this is the one thing that I think they
Okay.
could do to fix it. You gotta show that everyone can see through it. You gotta show that everyone can see through it
Well,
because we don't really get
who's
that communication.
everyone? Do you talking
It's
about
like,
like in like the people in the show?
I feel
yeah,
like Ash
But
wouldn't because he's like
why
resonated with
would they need to
Lucario
see
because he
through it?
also feels it. But Go,
one more because it just kind of explains that this is Lucario acting what he thinks like a Lucario acts like. Like he tries to do like I'll
Okay.
paint a scene for you. Let's say we're in the beat battle, Lucario tries to land all cool, and then like like he tries to land all cool, he slips a little bit, but he ends up recovering the landing. That's all I would really need.
Do it like that. I think with
That's
something like
all I
that,
would
it'll be
really
too
need.
in your face. I think it's something to where it's like it's subtle, but it's not.
I mean, that's kind of what Pokemon thrives
It's
on,
not
though. They
all
don't
the
really
time. There's
thrive on
some moments
subtleties, though.
where it's just like you can kind of read between the lines. Like, of course, I mean, of course, like it's out of all the shows, it's like one of the ones where it's like it's gonna be in your face about it. But it's something to where if you just kind of just pay attention enough times, it's kind of just like a fairly like obvious like I guess trait of his. Um,
But I think But I think that's kind of the criticism you can levy against it. That it takes you like you said you have to really pay attention to it. You can't really get
But
his
when I
person.
mean, but I
Like
mean,
I feel like
you don't
that's
want, when I
kind
mean,
of
you don't
like
have to like, like absolutely like lock the F in. It's just, I think it's kind of just like having just like, oh, like, actually like looking at the scene, I'll go, okay, this is how he acts like. Instead,
I mean when did wait so Jam, I have a question. When did you
when I
realize this?
realized it, uh,
When did you see this? Yeah, when did you see this?
back when I was at my prime.
Like was it like when you were what
wait,
like was it
oh,
like were you rewatching Journeys? Was it were you watching Journeys live? Like this is what I'm
It had
asking.
been some
Like
point I was
was it
watching
your
Journeys
first watch? Was
live.
it
No, this is back when this is okay. This is like again like 2022. When I haven't like how would I word this? Because I haven't had all like my opinions on Journeys all the way set. But when I see people talk about this, that's when I kind of have to rewatch certain episodes. Like, are they right? Like, for example, when it was like 2022, and it was like people saying, "Dog, like Lucario has no personality." I'm rewatching some Lucario bits, and I'm saying, "Is that true?" So when I'm rewatching like certain bits of Lucario,
Whoa.
I'll be noticing the traits that I was mentioning like a few minutes ago. It's like, okay, obviously that's wrong. So it's
so
something to where okay, go
so
ahead,
my
go ahead.
mhm.
Kind of like
No, I was gonna say. So my follow up question is: because you had to rewatch it, would you say it's a criticism of Lucario's writing that his personality does not get through on your first watch? Because a lot of the Pokemon that people say that they can remember their personalities, we kind of get their personalities on their first watch. Like obviously, there's some Pokemon that are exceptions to the rule, of course. But if we use Pokemon like Halucha, we get his personality based on like just one episode of it. If we use Pokemon like Rowlet, we get his personality
Not gonna
based on the
lie,
first
I
watch. If we use
might
Pokemon
have to
like
stop
Scraggy
you right
from
there because until like a couple those years ago, I was not watching a show like that. I was a hey, bro. Hype moments in or back then, I was an XY fan. Hey, I was an XY fan. I was an XY fan back in the
I
day,
mean,
bro.
what
That
was the
is all you
question
have to say to where it's like
which
I
you asked?
wasn't paying attention to the show like that at first.
Okay.
Okay, so like okay, see, but that's what I'm saying. Where it's like, I feel
I
like,
mean, I
could we
feel
agree
like
that the
with
show could do
the
a better job of
so here's
showcasing
the
that
thing with
personality that you
the
see?
At
personality
least
and
for
Because I
everything,
feel
right?
me,
like
at
what
least for
So
me,
with
Journeys
again,
did.
it's
the
something to where it's just like it's hard. It's hard for me to give my input
okay,
on that
so here's the thing with
because
the
it could have
personality and the
literally been in,
things.
like even
Okay,
for
I
like
think that you
other
don't really
shows
need to
with
do
other
anything
Pokemon with
specific with
personalities
okay
to
how
where it
it
was like
acts and
in
stuff.
your
I
face.
think
I
the way which I
probably
would put
like
it,
it's something to where it's just
let's say
I feel like
Animon,
me
right?
of all
Let's say
people is like it's
Charizard, for
kind of hard
example.
for me
When
to
you
kind
think
of give
of
a clear answer
Charizard,
to that
what you
just for
can't
the
really
fact
explain
that
its
it's less
personality
of
in
a
one
journey
word,
thing.
right?
It's more of a
Like it
me
has
thing to where
multitude
I
of
mean, yeah.
things going
So
on.
at
for
least
it.
for me, I at least
Like it's
Okay.
its whole
I
character,
would
but
not
it
be able to
has.
give a good answer.
But if
for
you
that.
want to talk about Charizard, you would say, oh,
Because
if
at
you
least
have to
at
do
least
it
for me,
during the end
All
of
right,
if
the
it
so
was
does
being
episode,
anyone
released
else?
so
in
it
during
used
the
to be
game for
like
the first time, I would have been paying attention
more,
to it.
let's say,
100%.
it used to be abused by Damien
All right,
back
so we're
when it
going a
was
little
started.
over
Or
an
you would
hour.
use the
So,
episode like
Jem, Sam, do you
Charizard
guys want to
chills,
answer
or
the
the ones which
Lucario
very
question
like
that I asked
I don't
before I
know
asked the question of the day
the
in the
Valley
podcast?
one, and you would
Like
use
if you were to
Wait,
give it
what
like a
was the
like
different
Lucario
personality
you
of what
question?
I already got.
refer to specific episodes of development where it got to shine,
I feel like
rather
I
than saying,
had to.
okay,
I
its
feel like
personality is like
was
this. You can't
thinking.
really
I
explain
just
it in
said
words,
battle
right? So I
junkie,
think the same can
but
be.
Eh,
Yeah, go on.
I wasn't thinking that too much on it because
Oh
it's
yeah,
been so long for me since
yeah, fair enough.
Journeys. I
All
would
right,
have to
Sam.
Yeah,
rewatch it.
and the same thing can kind of be the same thing can kind of be said for multiple mons. And think about it, like okay, for a few, the personality can be given away in this instance, right? Like okay, for the comedic relief mons like Chikorita, but for the mons who have like a multitude of things, like Infernape, you can again say multiple things about like what.
Like the
Okay,
art.
so here's the thing which I want to kind of, and not really a hot, take, but just to give an idea. What is Infernape's personality? Yeah, like what is supposed to be like it's.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Just kind of just
yeah,
like iconic
basically.
moments and scenes and stuff like that. Like
Yeah, so you have a lot of
I,
so that's the thing. You have a lot of things to talk about the Mon, even if like the Mon
I,
doesn't like really have some specific trait to
I have a hot.
showcase. If that makes any sense, like
No, I was just
Inferno
I have a
again,
hot take to say
it did a
after
lot of
Sam
stuff
finishes
with
his
Chimchar,
like
but
thing
that's some
about
stuff that
because
which even
I
just
have a Pokemon that I can bring up
yeah,
for
this
this.
Mon does. The
Continue.
The
reason
oh my
why
second
god,
I like
samurai
yes,
it
so
so
hot
hot
much
take.
is because
take.
it has specific focus episodes dedicated to it, and which just kind of
Uh-huh.
signify that yes, this is the main Mon. That's the same thing with Infernape. So that's the same thing with Septa, like most of the mods. Yeah, you don't really need to
Hmm?
give Lucario a specific personality in the sense like it becomes tropey. Like okay, if you make it serious or like something like that, it would be like again become like a
I
trope.
think
If you
we
make
have the
it like
same
super
idea.
comedic, it
No,
would
I was
feel
about to
way
say that. Yeah,
too.
I was gonna
I
say
don't want to say
Infernape.
unrealistic or like
Infernape doesn't
unnatural,
really
but
have a
it would
distinct
feel like okay, you
personality.
have
Like
a
I think his
contrarian
personality is
behavior
just
almost.
a
Like okay,
happy-go-lucky
all
Pokemon that likes to
most of
improve
my
and likes to
species
fight.
are
But
super
like
serious.
it
I
doesn't
act
really
like a
have a
goofball. You
distinct
can't really
personality
do
because
that.
every time
It would
you
feel a
talk
bit,
about Infernape, everyone's
contrarian.
like,
But
"Oh, the
what you
tall
can
stuff,"
do, you
and it
don't
usually
really need
lays.
to
That's
give
not
it
a
anything in
personality.
specific. Rather, you need to dedicate focus episodes to it to, kind of make it shine a bit brighter. That makes sense. But like let's say for Surfetch, for example, right? No, when he
Yeah.
was introduced, nobody really cared for Surfetch, or like Farfetch'd rather. People used to make fun of his voice. Yeah, like people used to make fun of his voice, like the boy, like come on, and there used to be a lot of memes regarding to that. But everyone kind
Mhm.
of thought that okay, it's another mono on his shelf that is significantly less interesting, like the compared to the rest of his roster. But then you give it like 4 focus episodes, and like I later on give it like 2 more. You kind of create this thing like that. Yes, this mon has a lot has things going on for it. You kind of know things about it now that this mon still has the mentality of he's basically using Ash to get his goals rather than the other way around, rather than forming a proper
Mhm.
partnership. But now he has learned how to get past that. His leg broke down, so he improvised by using it as a shield, and that's triggered its evolution. His battle style was not like ideal, so he refined it to
Mhm.
become more knight-like. And now he can beat Gallade, and now he was not great at using Meteor Assault, but now he formed a partnership with Dracovish. Now he can use the
Mhm.
move. So like there are things about the Mon which you slowly get over the course of the series,
Mhm.
and you can kind of form an appreciation for it. And I think you can do the same thing with Lucario,
You
right?
did.
Like okay, once it has been debuted, let's say after the evolution, right? What exactly can here's the thing, it is mostly put in situation where it is supposed to battle. It is not really put in situations where it gets to do other stuff. I think that's the problem. So when you are basically a mon that, and I get that kind of applies to Surfetched as well, but with him specifically, you use it for official battles. You use it for him, and there isn't really any room to say that yes, this is the mon which is my ace. You use it mostly for battles, and otherwise it just kind of like hangs around. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Sorry. Wait, what is he saying? Wait, what did he say? Wait, I didn't catch that. Oh my god. Jim, I'll be honest. You slandering Septal is like Morgan slandering Lucario. It's like the same beat, but in a different tone. It is. Literally is. Bro. Swallow. Okay, wait a second. Okay, wait a second. What did Swallow? Swallow had that energy in Hoenn and maybe in Kanto. Outside of that, it's not really it. It because Battle
Sam,
Frontier, right?
Sam,
Swallow had that energy in Hoenn
Sam, I need
and
you to
maybe in Kanto due to the Battle Frontier, but outside of it, it's really not that.
Sam, I need you. Sam, I need you. Sam, I need you to wrap it up in the nicest way possible. I need you. We're going over now. Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm
you know
sorry,
what Pokemon is like?
where
You
was
know
the
that just
Lucario?
Pokemon
I
is
forgot
so
to
like
get
it,
the
but doesn't
plot.
work. Sceptile.
Is he gonna say the
Sceptile,
Pokemon or
you
is
know?
he just?
Isn't
Wait,
that
what?
crazy? Like,
I mean, depends.
Well, Sam,
Oh my
wait, okay,
god!
guys. Okay, before this turns.
Get out of
Before
this
we turn.
place! Get
No, no, no.
get
Before we
out!
turn this.
Kanto. I mean, how do I even
I've
pronounce
lost
it?
the
Like,
plot, and I've heard him
I
trying
don't
to
No, no.
disrespect
much
this
about it.
Septile.
oh yeah,
Make
you know,
me like, I love
Polo Tree is now
Septile. Shut
playing
the
the ball,
fuck
you know,
up!
acting all cool.
Shut the fuck up!
It's Palpito.
No, Sceptile is the worst defender.
You know what?
Hey, bro, if y'all want a real, hey, get my nigga Swallow in the back, bro. Get my nigga Swallow, bro.
You know what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm joking. I don't
That's
mess
all
with it.
I
cool out there.
That is
Wait. Go back. Wait. Go back. Say that again. No, okay. No, okay. Now after no, okay. Now say the word you said after Hoenn and before. What did you
no,
say
they're
after
not.
Swallow in Hoenn and
They're not.
what's the region? No. How are you a Kanto fan? You can't say it right. How are you a Kanto fan? You can't even say it right, bro.
Bro disrespected an entire region of Japan.
That's an
Wait,
actual
wait.
place in Japan, bro.
Wait,
We gonna be hunted by the
run it back.
Japanese government. I'm gonna
Run it
give them
back.
like
Let's run
Jem's
it back.
address
Okay.
so they can go.
No,
Let's
just do
I'm giving them
one
Jem's
versus
address
one.
first, bro.
Yeah. No.
All right.
Wait a
That being
second. What
said,
does that?
does
Wait a
anyone have
second.
anything? Does anyone have
Guys,
any final statements they want to say? And by the way, if you guys want to know which ace has the best personality out of
What are we
all of
doing
them,
now?
the answer is Crocodile.
it's Oshawott.
Crocodile. Yeah,
It's Crocodile. It's Crocodile. Oh my god, yo, Gemini. See, you know what? Black solidarity. Love to see it. Black solidarity. Love to see it.
It did have. Okay, it did not have anyone on the team, but it did
Elite
like
ball
get
knowledge.
up with.
I like how we all just said a Unova Pokemon.
Well, that's because they're easily the team with the most personalities. You know the thing that they try to give. No, I'm gonna go on a Maya tangent here. I tweeted out saying I'm glad we can all
Mile
agree.
chant
We can all agree that the Unova team is better than the Johto team, and Marvel were in the flipping comments and quote receipts be like the Johto team has
Okay,
personality.
but
The
like.
Unova team,
Okay, but
bar
like.
for
Dog, what
the
the fuck is
Unova
it for the
the
Johto
Unova
team,
team,
Sam?
bar for bar, has better personality. The Unova team, bar for bar, has more personalities than the Johto team. Saying better personalities is
yeah.
subjective. But more
JoJo's
personality,
actually care about
bar
like
for bar.
JoJo's care about like.
Okay, Bailey to Snivy. Okay, Bailey to Snivy. Snivy has a
Yeah.
very distinct personality. Bailey's only personality trait is no.
Okay, I
He's so
admit Uno's better with Joe, but let's not.
He basically caused a lot of problems for the guy who was trying to
no.
catch him.
Okay.
That's
Name,
the most.
Life from
guys.
Death Note
Name
almost.
Name a Bailey's dynamic with someone on the team that's not Ash.
Don't do this, bro. Come on. Don't do
Wait,
this.
what?
JoJo only has one good.
Okay, here's one. There's Here's one where a Johto one Loki wins. Cyndaquil and Pignite. You could say that Quilava, Cyndaquil, whatever you want to call it, has more personality than Pignite. I wouldn't even judge you. But even then, you could say that's a
Oshawott
back
is
and forth
beating
one.
Cyndaquil,
Totodile and
yet not
Oshawott.
beating
All
Totodile.
Totodile has is that it likes to dance. That is the only thing it has. I'm sorry.
Yo, what if
No,
Ash
wait a
traded
second.
away?
Wait a second, wait a
Totodile
second, wait a
after
second. How,
that?
wait a
Fampi
second,
and
what are you basing
Scraggy,
that off?
you are not going to tell me, you are not going to look me directly in the face and tell me that Fampi has more personality
He
than
beat
Scraggy.
he
You are
beat
not
Harrison
doing this,
Sneasel.
bro. You are not
And that
doing this.
Sneasel that Sneasel was a beast.
Noctowl and Unpheasant is
That
the only
Sneasel
one
was a
where a
beast.
Johto Pokemon wins,
That
and that's
Sneasel
purely based off the
beat
fact
a
that in
freaking
Noctowl's
Machamp
debut episode,
somehow.
it was
That
characterized
Sneasel beat a
as like a little
freaking
shit,
Machamp, I'm not
right?
kidding.
It was characterized as a little.
Was
It
it?
was. It was. That's
I
how.
don't know.
That was the whole thing. That it was.
I don't know. No, that was from a league competitor.
Gotcha.
We don't know the name of
Yeah,
him, but yeah.
I forget.
I mean, come on.
like if you want to compare
What?
like Levani to Heracross is not even a conversation. Levani to Heracross, scrolling out to Heracross, that's not even it's not a conversation. It's not. It's not a conversation. I'm tired of pretending like it is. The Unova team, it came later. It's no wonder that it's better. They came later. If you compare if we had to have a battle between the Unova team and the Johto team, Oshawott Oshawott beating Cyndaquil. Pig Knight, Bailey's Pig Knight. Okay, Snivy's beating Totodile. Snivy is beating Totodile. Pig Knight is mopping the Pig Knight. Pig Knight's about to. The fact that we see. What has Totodile done? Name one Totodile feat. Name one. Just one.
But that's like
Oh my god. Guys,
Sneasel,
guys,
like,
he beat
The
Harrison.
Johto
Oh, he
the
caught a
Johto.
new poker. That is a newbie. That is a newbie. Wow. Wow. Wow.
You know what?
You mean the
Wait,
Machamp?
wait, wait.
You mean the Machamp that
If
we
you
have
say-
no
I can
previous
agree.
data
I
on?
mean,
I
like the
just-
Jumper
I
Pokemon,
think if
like
we
generally
He's gonna
for Jumper
what
Pokemon in like
exactly
the
are
entire
going to
like
be the better
franchise.
starters, I don't exactly know what's going to be the ranking. But I do think like Pig Knight is the strongest.
Yeah.
Okay,
command,
so okay,
Like,
you know what I thought. Nah.
So a
Oh,
jobber.
about
okay,
Crocodile, yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
Sni-
You know
okay,
what, Crocodile?
okay. If we're gonna
You know
use
what,
that,
I
guess
thought
what?
you said
Snivy,
Levani,
guess what?
and I was going to
Snivy
argue
fought
with
legendaries.
Crocodile.
Hey,
fair
you know what
enough.
I'm
It
gonna
fought.
do?
I mean, it
It
depends.
fought
To be honest.
legendaries.
I think it's a close battle.
If we're
Hey.
using any feats,
Snipe, hey,
if we just use it, whatever, it fought legendaries.
Sniper was kind of fucking up
Yeah.
Kimmer's Rolo,
Like,
and I got Kimmer's
like
Rolo
battling
above
skills or
Sneasel.
like personality? Because if it's like personality, then I agree.
Like that.
Wait.
Yeah,
Like,
Kimmer's
like,
Rolo
like,
is better than
Rio is
Sneasel.
not
That's not a
gonna
crazy
beat
take.
Sneasel.
That's not a crazy take.
like,
That's what I was like. That's all. And notice how that's the one Totodile feat that you have. Snivy's moveset is way better. Attract and Lee Storm. What is Totodile going to do? He's dead. He's dead.
The ultimate move.
Even
Attract
though
and
the
Lee Storm.
really
That's a
funny.
dead.
end up kind of bang though.
That
He's
is
not tanking a Leaf Storm. Flipping Oshawott's beating Cyndaquil because Cyndaquil's gonna have to wake up. Cyndaquil's gonna be like, oh, yo, what do we? Oh, is that Aqua Jet? I'm done. And then flipping Bailey is gonna be like, yo, I'm gonna impress Ash so much. Flame Charge, Fire Pledge, dead. They're not alive. The way Heracross is getting mollywopped by Crocodile is not even funny.
Not even
Crocodile's
I'm
just gonna.
not
Crocodile's
even gonna
using
lie, 100%. I don't even think. Honestly, I don't even think I have hair
it
growth above like.
depends.
I don't even think I have hair growth above like Scraggy.
Scraggy.
Hey,
If you put
I'm not
Scraggy
even
against
like,
Family,
hey,
I promise
he
you.
don't be
wait.
doing that focus blast. Hair growth is fucking cut.
focus miss.
I promise you. If you put Scraggy,
Focus miss.
if you put Scraggy against Fampi, I promise
What
you,
is it?
it's a hydrogen baby versus a coughing baby. Fampi's gonna be like, well, yesterday I lost my ABC. Scraggy's gonna be like, focus,
Okay,
focus,
I agree,
junkie.
okay.
I'm about to headbutt.
Samurai, I
Scraggy's
agree.
going to
But
be
at the same
headbutting.
time,
Fampi's gonna
let's
try
not
using
pretend that
Rolat. The
did not
way
require like
Scraggy's
6
gonna launch
V3
a
or
point blank,
boxing.
a point blank.
Let's not
Oh
pretend.
my
Okay,
my
she's
God,
not even.
we just
She's
killed
not even
Fampi.
beating that
Mario
freaking
Roll
what's the
Roll
name
just
of the other
killed.
dragon trainer, Drayden.
No,
even
because
matter.
the battle's gonna
Like,
start, and Fabby's gonna be like, "I'm gonna use rollout." Scraggy's gonna jump 3 meters in the air with a high jump kick. Scraggy's gonna look like that meme of the guy looking up like,
Yes.
how he jumping that high? Fabby gonna look like the Family Guy death pose after this. We just killed Fabby. Congratulations, guys. We killed Fabby, bro.
No idea.
The
Dog.
Johto
Oh
team
my god.
is
It's
buns.
generally not even close. It's generally not
I
even
think
close.
that
The
I think it
Johto,
depends.
the Johto team is
I think
buns.
it
You know why I
depends
can tell
on
you the Johto team is
was it
buns? Because
after.
Ash would
Oh
have
yeah,
not have
was
beaten
that the
Claire if he didn't bring back
I think it depends
Snorlax
whether
and
it's
Charizard.
before or after
And
Let
I
that
think the
that
sink
funny
in.
thing
season.
He
is,
was not going to make it to the league unless Ash
the funny thing is, and I could have sworn,
he was going to use
hey, whoa, one thing,
Noctowl.
and I could have sworn, I'm not too sure what it was in the sub, but in the dub, they literally like dead eyes say, like, he brings like Charizard and Snorlax because Johto team was not built like that. Like, they dead
They
eyes
were
just say
not.
it. They
They
say it. They
genuinely were
literally say it.
not.
That's the crazy part too.
He was
But
going to
here's
use
the thing.
Noctowl. I promise you,
What I'm trying
Noctowl
to
was
say,
not
like
going to do
they
anything to
made
Oh
like
Dragonair.
my god.
they
I
more
promise you. Ash would have sent out Noctowl. Noctowl would be like, what am I supposed to do? Let's just use a confusion.
Johto Ash. We should. Does Johto Ash mean like Johto Ash during the journey, or does that mean him during the league? Because during the league, he's using reverse Zerg.
Okay, but guess what? He lost all age. Guess what?
Ash would have beaten Drayden.
Yeah, but that's because Ash never challenged Drayden. So that's what? That's not even a conversation. That's like saying Ash never beat Janine. Ash never battled Janine.
And plus, I think
That doesn't make any sense.
Wait,
if you
wait,
think about it, I'm
what?
pretty sure Ash would have won
Wait.
anyways. At least around the time Iris fought Drayden, because at least Iris was kind of going crazy a little bit. If Iris was going crazy a little bit, imagine if Ash was going crazy.
Ash would have been able to just use.
It was Roxy. That's right.
He had a crocodile. He
I
had a
forgot
crocodile.
who Ash's
He
eighth
had
gym badge was.
he had a crocodile. He had a Leavanny. His team was basically done. His team was already set up. The only thing he didn't have at that point was Charizard coming back, and that's why I hated that debate. Like I don't know if y'all remember that debate like a couple of months ago, where I hated the fact that people were genuinely trying to argue that Johto Ash could
It's
beat
just no
Unova
way.
Ash.
There's
There was
no way.
genuinely no argument.
Honestly, like, and I think to me, the only possible way you think Johto Ash beats Unova Ash if you just pretty much just shoehorn all Kanto Pokemon.
That's what people did.
But that's not Johto Ash. That's
No,
not
but that's
Johto
what people did.
Ash.
No, but that's what people did. They're like, oh no,
Yeah.
It's like I feel like a lot of people would use the league, but
The
like
league.
it's like
It
but
should
that's the
be
case.
end
It's
of
like
league.
but all his best Pokemon in the league are just the Kanto Pokemon. If you just throw in Charizard,
No,
Snorlax, Bulbasaur, Squirtle, all using a Johto League,
Yeah, that's
then
true.
it's like okay, bro, what's
Johto
Johto Ash supposed to
Pikachu is
do?
pretty
But that's
bad.
literally taking away like literally everything in Johto.
So
You might as well
Johto
just say
Pikachu
just
is pretty
Kanto Ash
bad.
using Johto.
And ironically, I think it's the
no,
bottom of the
okay.
pack.
No, but
I think
here's my thing, and
it
this is the
has
last thing I'll say before we do the
less
outro. Like
fates
my
than the
thing is,
Kanto one.
people were so inconsistent where they're like, "Oh, Charizard
Yeah,
doesn't
because
work for the Charizard doesn't work for the Unova team." When he was on the Unova team, just as long as he was on the Johto team, if not a little longer.
He was actually just a general part of the team by the end, compared to like
And then it's like they were like, oh, and then I said, oh, okay, then Bulbasaur doesn't have any of his Battle Frontier feats, so you can't even use the Bulbasaur feats from Battle Frontier. And they were like, no, we're using the Battle Frontier feats. So I was like, we're using all time feats. That means Charizard solos the whole team. By your own admission, Charizard will solo this whole team because you're just confining all the Unova Pokemon to their one series, including Charizard. But you gave Johto Ash everything. You just kind of don't want Unova Ash to win, and it's just more annoying that people are just like, oh, I like this more, so I want it to win.
that's pretty much how it is at the end of the day, which honestly kind of sucks. And actually, you know what's actually even crazier? Even crazier is that if you think about it, because okay, let's say Johto Ash versus Unova Ash, are we considering like Pikachu to be like different? Are we saying like this like Johto Pikachu would you use only Johto feats, and then for Unova Pikachu?
All right. Anyways,
because I'm not gonna lie to you, if we
Samurai, we are running out of time.
Johto Pikachu is absolute dog water, bro.
It
might actually
it was. I
haven't be the worst one.
I haven't seen the Ash anime. I haven't seen the Ash anime. I'm sorry. I haven't seen it a bit. Shit. I'm sorry.
Anyways, guys, yeah.
Either way, Yeah, no, I was just gonna say
And
the
also
outro.
Blue
Either
Sky.
way, that was this episode of the Paradox Podcast. We hope you agree. Now it's time for the question of the day. So the question of the day is: what are the 5 Pokemon that you wanted to have Mega Evolutions the most? We'll answer this question next week on our podcast, and if any of our predictions came true, we'll say it because by the time we record the next podcast, Zia will be out.
Just wait,
Oh my
damn.
God, Morgan, shut up, bro.
Just
Oh my God,
wait.
Morgan, shut up. I'm trying to do the outro. Stop being so rude. Like, can you believe this guy?
Damn, this is favoritism
It
like, to
is. Yes,
Sam. What
it
the
is. It
fuck?
is favoritism. Yes, it is. It is favoritism.
Bro is casually ignoring what you're saying just to say something about his favorite lizard, and you're just going to let
You
him.
realize I like Charizard, right? Did that genuinely surprise people? I like Charizard. Did that genuinely surprise someone? Anyways, let's
Okay,
check.
let's talk about fruit now.
Well, okay, first of all, none of y'all are editing this. So if any of y'all want to edit this, y'all can talk about how we're running out of time. Okay? I'm the one editing it. All right? All right. If any of y'all want to edit this, be my guest. Then you could be like, oh, we're running out of time. Hmm?
Okay.
I ain't hear no takers. I ain't hear no takers.
Okay.
Okay, then. Anyways, thank you, Sam, for keeping me accountable. Anyways, you can follow Sam at Twitter. You can follow him on Twitter. He has a YouTube channel that he doesn't post on. For Morgan, you can follow him on Twitter. You can also follow them both on Blue Sky. You can follow Morgan on Twitter, Blue Sky. He doesn't have YouTube. For Gem, you can follow him on YouTube at Gemstone, Twitter, Blue Sky. I think he has Blue Sky. And for me, you can find me at Twitter, Blue Sky, Instagram, TikTok. And then for the Paradox Podcast, you can find all of us at Paradox Podcast at TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. We do not have a Blue Sky account because I am not doing that. That is Gemstone's job. Jem gotta pick up the slack. He gotta.
Hey, bro, I ain't going on Blue Sky, bro. Someone else. Hey,
You going on Blue
Morgan and
Sky,
Sam
little
on Blue
bro?
Sky, guys. They got it.
No, you going on Blue
Hey,
Sky,
nah,
little bro?
bro.
You gonna
Hey,
enjoy it?
no. Let the Blue Sky guys get it.
No. You got it.
Nah,
You
bro.
got it.
You get. Hey,
Anyways, bye guys.